Ladies and gentlemen, you are watching another episode of Eric Lima Shenanigans 1977. It's Friday, and you know what that means. It's time for another SmackDown Event Center Wrestling Report. And now, here is the man that will bring you the Wrestling Report, the host of Eric Lima Shenanigans 1977, Eric M. Lima. Thank you very much, Mr. Announcer, sir. Well, hello there, everyone. Welcome to yet another episode of Eric Lima Shenanigans 1977, episode 1815 of the show. SmackDown has been finished over an hour ago, and then over about 11 minutes ago, I just finished watching AEW Rampage. Going to give you the report on WWE SmackDown right now. As you know, WWE Champion Cody Rhodes kicks off SmackDown and addresses what happened last week between Kevin Owens and Randy Orton. And he called out Kevin Owens twice, but Nick Aldis comes out. And Nick Aldis says, listen, he's a dangerous, we can't have him here. And so Cody Rhodes passionately talked to Nick Aldis and said, listen, I understand what you're trying to do as a general manager, but you have to understand, where I'm coming from. And so he says, listen, if you were in my position, what would you do? And he basically just told, Nick Aldis, listen, I got to do what I have to do. I am the WWE champion. I'm going to represent this company. I'm trying to stand up. So do what you have to do. Please let me face to face with Kevin Owens. And so that will happen next week. So Jimmy Uso was on the phone with Roman Reigns. Sami Zayn and Jey Uso goes, what's up? He says the OTC will be here. Then, as you know, last week it was announced that the Women's United States title will be in effect. And, but here's the tournament matchup. There'll be 4 triple threat matches with the winners of each of those triple threat matches will battle it out in one-on-one matches in semifinals. The final round will take place at Saturday night's main event in December on NBC. So the first matchup, the first round, Bayley versus Candice LeRae versus B-Fab. And then this is the left side of the bracket now. Bianca Belair, Chelsea Green, and Blair Davenport is another match that will be happening next week. Jade Cargill, Meechit, and Piper Niven on the right side of the bracket. And then Naomi, Tiffany Stratton, and Elektra Lopez. Now you may be wondering what happened to the Raw women. Women of Raw. As you know, the Raw Women's Division is pretty stacked too. So as you know, it could be a Women's Intercontinental Championship. And I know who I want to pick to win that matchup. Anyways, so Bayley, Candice LeRae, and B-Fab in the first round. And Bayley will advance as she defeated B-Fab and Candice LeRae to face the winner of Bianca Belair, Chelsea Green, and Blair Davenport. Who will be winning? Or Blair Davenport. Who wins that match? And then Sami Zayn was talking to LA Knight, and no words were, no need to explain what happened in that situation. Sami Zayn's trying to convince LA Knight to join forces with them at WarGames. And LA Knight decided to walk away from that. Well, we'll have a response from him. The Street Profits will consoling B-Fab. You win some, you lose some. And then Chelsea Green and Piper Niven interrupt and insult B-Fab. But then Meechin backs up B-Fab. So there's that. Meanwhile, LA Knight comes out to address the Milwaukee crowd. He talked about Giannis's 59-point score. And issues an open challenge for the United States title. Legado del Fantasma comes out. Santos Escobar said his piece. And he threw insults at him. LA Knight threw insults at him. Angel, and he says, the only person that can call me daddy is Elektra Lopez. I'm like, oh boy. And he looks at Berto. Berto was on his face, and he goes, since this goof looking to be cross-eyed wants some, he'll get some. So LA Knight defending the United States title against Berto, and LA Knight ended up winning the matchup with the Blunt Force Trauma, the BFT, to keep his title. But as he was celebrating, there was someone mysterious in the ring. And Michael Cole recognized him. He was none other than Shinsuke Nakamura. And he'll give him a variation of Kinshasa. And Corey Graves nicknamed him the Wayward Samurai. Interesting situation, to say the least. Meanwhile, the Usos and Sami Zayn were standing outside Roman Reigns' locker room. Says, "Hey, I tried to get in LA Knight. No dice there." So LA Knight says, "Not my fight." And so Usos, what are we gonna do? Well, we gotta talk to Roman Reigns. Let's go inside. So, and then as they went inside the locker room, they told Roman Reigns no fifth member. But then Bloodline, the second, Solo Sikoa and his Bloodline came out. Roman TV screen gets up and walks the ring. Usos and Sami Zayn knew where they needed to go. So they followed him to the ring. As Sikoa is about to address the Milwaukee crowd saying, "Acknowledge me." Here comes Roman Reigns, the Usos and Sami Zayn. All 8 men were brawling. And as they were brawling, Bronson Reed, of all people, now attacked Roman Reigns as Roman Reigns was about to confront Jacob Fatu. Now I looked this up on Wikipedia. Come to find out that Bronson Reed's half Samoan. So what does that tell you? Makes a lot of sense, right? And the Bloodline were laid out. The OG Bloodline. And then and Jey Uso was telling Reigns, make the call. Who they're going to try to recruit. Then you got Kevin Owens addressing his actions last week via video and said, "Hey, I'll see you next week, Cody Rhodes." Tag team titles on the line. Motor City Machine Guns defending against the Street Profits, and the Motor City Machine Guns end up winning by disqualification because Tommaso Ciampa attacking the Street Profits during the match. And then Johnny Gargano was trying to calm Ciampa down. Ciampa shoves Gargano down. Now the Motor City Machine Guns, who did not expect this to happen, apologize to Street Profits, but Angelo Dawkins pushes down Alex Shelley, and the Street Profits end up walking away in such disdain. We might see some new attitudes coming into the new year as well. As we know, we're just a month away from the end of 2024. New attitudes. Who knows for sure what's going on? And Bayley was talking to Naomi about, let's get your matchup. Well, let's worry about one match at a time and all that. And Jade Cargill and Bianca Belair said, "Hey, we got this. No, we got you back." And the WWE Women's title on the line, Nia Jax defending against Naomi. Now, during the matchup, Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez took out the tag team champions. And Tiffany Stratton attacks Naomi. And then Bayley comes out. Candice LeRae attacks Bayley. And then it paid off for Nia Jax in the end because Nia Jax ends up winning the matchup and retaining her championship. And then Roman Reigns is in his locker room, feeling a little bit of pain. And then he goes, "Call the wise man." But his number is not in his service. Is Paul Heyman want to stay out of this fight? What's going on in Paul Heyman's mind? Who knows? Who are they going to call on? Everybody's jumping to the conclusion that Seth Rollins could join the OG Bloodline. And then you think about it. If Seth Rollins did turn Roman Reigns down. But then, if you think about it, you get Seth Rollins, you get the Bloodline Shield. The OG Bloodline Shield. As you know, Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins were members of the Shield with Dean Ambrose, a.k.a. Jon Moxley. But, are they going to call on The Rock? But The Rock's movie going on right now, Red One, which I was planning on seeing this weekend, but the memorial service kind of changed all that. So, I'll probably hopefully see it next week or something like that. But hey, we're going to have some fun. So, that's all the time we have for SmackDown Event Center, the 15th of November 2024. Up next, AEW Rampage. So, until the next episode comes rolling around, Mr. Announcer, take us home. That is all for today's episode. This is your announcer speaking for Eric Lima Shenanigans of 1977. A Big Beefy E, do it for Bob Saget Productions, and in association with a Raven Bofa Telepictures and Distribution. Thank you for watching today's episode. Tune in next time for another episode of Eric Lima Shenanigans of 1977. Goodbye for now.